Parents at one local school get an end-of-the-year surprise, and they're not too happy about it. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Byron Scott. More than 60 years after it opened, the Prince George's County Christian School is scheduled to close its doors at the end of the academic year. Administrators at Ascension Lutheran Day School in Landover Hills notified parents on Monday. Now there's a last-ditch effort to keep it open. Since 1952, Ascension Lutheran School in Landover Hills has been educating students K through 8.
And it's been more than just a school for people, it's been a family.
But that school family is about to break up. On June 6th, Ascension is closing its doors for good. It follows the ranks of other Christian schools in the area.
In the Washington metropolitan area, we are the last Lutheran school this side of the Potomac.
Pastor Fred Hett says Ascension's numbers have been declining steadily since 2001. Enrollment, which was at 194, has dropped to 113, leaving the school with $700,000 in deficits.
When the re-enrollment deadline came May 9th, we only had 64 contracts for next year.
And you need at least 180.
180 to be financially viable.
I knew all the background and I kind of could see it coming. I was bracing myself for it. I didn't want to believe it, but I knew that this was the do or die year.
I'm sad. I'm really sad.
Shawnee Yearwood couldn't believe it either. The 7th grader has attended Ascension since 3rd grade. And now she has to find a new school for next year, and that hasn't been easy for her mother.
Some of the preliminary conversations that I have had, 8th grade is closed, so they're not accepting children into the final year of middle school.
So what are you going to do?
I have no idea yet.
What's the final step? Yes.
But while the school is slated to close, a small group of parents is working to keep that from happening by fundraising.
Doing whatever we have to do to try to save the school.
In the meantime, 30 people will be out of work, and a school full of children will have an uncertain future.
I've been here ever since I was little. I've had all my memories are here, and it's like it's getting taken away from me.
Now, the group of parents is setting up a fundraising website. The pastor says it's not quite done yet. They will meet on June 1st for a feasibility study to figure out if they can keep the middle school open.
Low enrollment and low test scores may cause another Prince George's school to shut its doors. Thomas Claggett Elementary will close at the start of the next academic year. That's if the Maryland State Department of Education approves a grant that will allow the low-performing school to be shut down. Students would be moved to higher achieving ones in the district.
The history of declining enrollment over the past few years, and we haven't seen much improvement in way of test scores. So this is one of the 4 options that the state of Maryland allows us to choose to apply for to receive a grant in order to do something different with the students there, to give them a better, high quality education, maybe by dispersing them to different schools in the area that are surrounding that school.
Thomas Claggett is supposed to have an enrollment of 464 students, but next year's enrollment reaches 100. If approved, the school will be the first in the county to close in more than 5 years. And as the school day ended at Thomas Claggett Elementary this afternoon, few parents would talk about the proposed closing, but those that did were in favor of the shutdown. The parents told CTV photographer Erica Cumber that they're happy with the decision because they haven't seen improvement at Claggett. One indicated that they want a role in choosing the next school for their kids.
And a 61-year-old man is in critical condition after being struck by a Montgomery County police cruiser Tuesday night. The officer was responding to a domestic violence call in Gaithersburg at around 11 o'clock when he struck the pedestrian in the roadway. Now, police say the officer's cruiser lights and siren were on at the time of the incident, and the pedestrian was not in the crosswalk when he was hit.
Health officials are investigating 2 confirmed measles cases in the metropolitan region. Officials say a child in Northern Virginia developed the disease between April 23rd and May 1st. The second case involves a person who had close contact with the youngster. Measles is a contagious disease which can quickly be spread and possibly become fatal. Some of the symptoms include a fever of 101 or more, a runny nose, watery red eyes, and a cough. Health experts say if you've had at least one dose of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, the risk of becoming infected is low.